How do lonely people get friends? Extroverts adopt them. Edit. I just woke up and saw this thread. Thank you all for the replies, the silver and the gold, kind strangers. You guys just made my day. This is so true. This was always my method. I'd just glom onto the first extrovert I had anything in common with. Then all their friends became my friends. It's like a leech with benefits. Edit. Well, I did try to be a good friend each time. Helped them move, or cleaned up after parties. But no benefits like that term implies. A funny thing about extremely popular people is that they frequently don't have a best friend to count on. As the popular kid at my high school back in the day, this is true, just a whole bunch of people looking for opportunities, no one that actually gave a shit. Adult me found a few true homies I stick by. Lonely people have the same problem. You just meet lots of non-genuine people over a very long period, then maybe one good friend if you're really lucky. In conclusion, people in general are very non-genuine. As somebody who can be incredibly outgoing but is prone to hermit behaviors by default, I think it's unfair to refer to this all in a general sense as non-genuine. I think impermanence does not equal indifference. Whether people realize it or not, I think a lot more adult friendships really are living in the now more than anything. I know a lot of people I absolutely love to see. I love to see them today, and I love the next time I see them a year later. And any time in between, if they called me for something, it'd be there, but on my own time I'm home alone and very happy. The busy people get swept up in their busy lives, and the hermits of the world get swept up in themselves. Neither is insincere in their relationships. Human behavior just doesn't necessarily match the social technology of our time. In what context are you using lonely? Lonely like I'm an introvert and I find it hard to talk to people, so I don't have a lot of friends, or lonely like I just moved from La to Tallahassee and I don't know anybody here. Get among a group of people who are enjoying a common activity. Having things in common is the best chance of making friends, and doing things in common is a way to achieve that. I moved to a new city a year ago and I still have 0 friends. I joined a gym that does group fitness and know a lot of people, lots of new Facebook friends, but no one who actually wants to make plans. I joined a volleyball league, but it ended up being people way older than me. My coworkers are all way older and have families, etc. I volunteered at a charity event and even tried to mingle, but nothing came of it. I feel like I've tried so much and just can't seem to find actual friends. Edit. Was expecting maybe 3 people to see this, so now I'm mildly embarrassed, but I will heed all advice given and keep trying. I logged in just to upvote this. Anyone who's actually been in this situation knows it is actually far easier said than done. Nearly every volunteer opportunity, for example, is either some one-off thing, instead of weekly or something, it involves people outside of your age group, or there is some really impractical about it. Yeah, I always hear the classic volunteer at an animal shelter. But having worked, and volunteered, in a few animal shelters, it is most often little old ladies who have the time to spare on a regular day each week. And they are lovely obviously, but not usually keen on the pub afterwards. I can't wait to find out. Edit. Thank random lonely person, let's be friends. Ukulabrains, this is Utigdage, this is Ukulabrains. Now kiss. Now kith. Now KFTW. 1 KTFW. Join a jail. Join. Walks into jail. 1 membership please. Deputy stares blankly, bitch. Handcuffs. I told a cop once you're being silly, while he was harassing some 21 to 22-year-old dude that was walking home from a bar that maybe had had a beer or 2. He threatened to arrest me for threatening him. Like what? I wasn't being mean or aggressive, I just said he was being silly. That whole situation was very silly. Yes, officer, this post right here. This is the most appropriate use of that phrase I've ever seen. What if I don't know how to talk to people, social, like I'm serious at it? Thanks for all the advice. There's so many I can't say thanks to individually, so here's a thanks to all and in advance. BTW, I'm only 13. Listen to podcasts, a lot. This helped me immensely and I was able to formulate sentences and even interject appropriately. A natural flowing conversation is like a dance and practice is also necessary. THX. Also, improv classes, seriously, whatever you say in improv is what the next person must work with, so anything is okay, within a certain topic. Meanwhile, you're with a bunch of fun random people, some of whom may have also taken the class to get out more, and you can chat with them and maybe it will lead to drinks after class or whatever. The main thing is to not be an asshole. Came here to say this. You know when you make a social misstep and someone swoops in to make fun of you? That person is noticed in the improv community. And they are not liked. Therese generally 3 rules of improv, and one of them is I got your back. I'm gonna do everything I can to make you look good. I used to be that toxic person who would jump on weakness, and ridicule it. I recognize that now, and have grown as a person. By looking for community groups in their area that have similar hobbies and joining them. Like running, look for a running club, there's always one around. This one. That way you don't really need to talk to people as you do stuff with them. I have a couple friends I know from car meets, we can all tell you more about each other's cars than about each other. Board game meetups are pretty good to meet people for that same reason. Tried that. Got rooted at. Gonna try a different one this weekend. Step 1, find extrovert. Step 2, latch onto extrovert. Step 3, extrovert will inevitably adopt you. Edit this comment is mostly a joke. Make sure you and extrovert have similar hobbies, interests, and don't rely on them to do everything in the friendship. Ask them if they're doing anything that weekend, invite them over if you want to do something, etc. All relationships, even friendships, go both ways. Just make sure the extrovert actually likes you and has similar interests. Don't just latch onto the first extrovert you see and become friends. Yes. Good advice. First of all, be comfortable with being friends with yourself. You have to be able to live your life happily by yourself, do what you enjoy, try new things, smile, and be able to find your own company, something that makes you happy. Then while you live life, doing things, trying things, make sure you seem open to other people and approachable, smiling, posture, eye contacts, etc. Also strike conversation. It's not weird to overthink that. Simple as hi, what's the worst that will happen? They'll walk away. If talking hard, make sure what I said about being approachable is key. Most likely if you meet someone doing something you enjoy or just doing regularly, they will also be interested and may have similar interest. So if a conversation happens, make sure it's not too forward and uncomfortable, but also make it so it doesn't seem like a passing conversation but more of a meaningful one. Really just be happy with yourself and create good vibe around you and don't fear others. Have a nice day and hope you smile. You don't. You just collect a whole bunch of hobbies and activities that keep you busy. Oof, I felt this. Get a dog. The dog can be your friend. You can then go to places where dog walkers go and talk to other people with dogs. If the people don't want your company, it does not matter because you have a dog. If you want a friend, feed any animal. It's funny because this also works with humans. False, I just went out at 2 a.m. to find someone to feed. I got half an egg roll down a homeless person's throat before he started thrashing around. He did not give me his number. My only friends I have are the ones that have been here from the start. All my friends I have made in the past year are normally gone in a month. So if I don't have friends that were here from the start, I'm ducked pretty much? Well, all of the friends that I've had from the start don't even live in the same country as me. Guess I'm ducked too. Ask what their favorite block in Minecraft is. I've played a lot of Minecraft over the years and I don't think I've ever considered the possibility of having a favorite block. Right, so many choices, hard to narrow it down. By not, under any circumstance, admit or show you're lonely. It's hard. Loneliness is like a deep stench you can't get off that's only remedied by the very thing it repulses. Loneliness is unattractive. That is possibly the cruelest fact I know. Robot ghost. Just punch someone, eat it. Thanks for the gold, my highest rated comment. Volunteer. Yeah, that's a very good answer for several reasons. It exposes you to new people, you help your community, and it can raise your confidence, making it easier to make friends in future.